Welcome to the demo. Today what I'm going to take you through is an app management console that you can use to create surveys on your mobile app. So there are going to be 3 videos. The first one I'm going to walk you through the management console. In the second video we're going to look at the app itself. We're going to go and capture some data. In the third video we'll come back and we'll have a look at the actual surveys in the management console. Okay, so this is the landing page for the management console. You can see how it's divided into 3 different areas. You have your master data management, so that would be all the master data that's on your operational system. It could be reps, different stores, items, maybe some pricing info, and maybe the call cycle for your reps to see your clients. This middle section is going to have all of the master data we use in the actual surveys themselves. So you would have KPI management, survey type management, name management. You can manage the questions that come up in the app and the answers. And then the last section here is where we can go and create surveys using the master data that we've just created. We can view the created surveys that are available. We can view a surveys dashboard, which is linked to Power BI. And you can view the actual results of the survey. So to show you what the master data management looks like, this particular system is connected to a SQL database in Azure, so it's all cloud-based. And this is the master data that I have in Azure. So the first time you open it, it takes a couple of seconds to open. But here you can see we have 2 reps. If you click on that, it shows you the detail for the rep on the right hand side here, and you have the ability to go in, edit information if you want to, or you can go in and create a new rep if you wanted to. It's pretty much the same layout for all the master data. If we go into store management, here you can see a list of all your stores. If you click on a particular store, here you'll see the information update, and you'll actually see a picture of where the store is located. So in the app, you can use GPS functionality to find different stores if you need to. Again, we can edit or create records. The item management works exactly the same way. Here you can go and you can enter your items. On this particular one, we have 2 different sections. We have the item metadata at the top, and we have the pricing data at the bottom here. So basically all of the information works the same way. If we look at the call cycles here, you can see this just shows the stores that each rep is going to go and visit and on what day they're going to visit. This you can upload or you can capture directly onto the system. If we look at the survey data management, this is the actual master data that's going to configure your surveys in the device. So if we look at the KPI management, these would be different high-level categories for your surveys. You might have key performance indicator surveys, you might have audit surveys, and you might have other categories. Again, when you click on it, it just shows you whatever the information is behind that survey. We might want to change the test survey to health and safety, for instance. You can see it goes up there, and now we have health and safety. The next level down would be the subset of that higher level. So here you might be checking availability of products, pricing of products, merchandising. Again, on this test type, here we might want this link to COVID safety check. And again, we can create new categories on the fly. The right-hand side shows the higher level categories that these can be linked to. If we go down to the name, here's where we name the actual survey that is going to be completed. So we have 3 levels. So here we might have an availability check, a price point survey, a merchandising audit, and a test for COVID safety. This we might want to call audit. So let's just go through there and say audit. Again, this is just updating the record. We could go and create new records. And then we have our question and answer management section. So here we can define any questions that can be used as questions in any of our audits. So you might have, is this item available? Is the item the same price as RSP? Is there merchandising? Has the item been sanitized? You can, again, go in and edit any record, or you can add a new question. So these 4 questions here cover my 4 different audits, so I'm happy with that. And now the answer management, you might have an answer group. So if you have a look here, I'm grouping by answer group 1. So in answer group 1, you have the options of yes, no, and other. You can link these answers to any audit or any survey. If we look at option group 2, in this case we have above RSP, below RSP, or equal to RSP. Option 3, we have yes, merchandising is visible, or no. And option 4, we have yes, it's been sanitized, or no. We can go and create new option groups if we want. But here I've already captured all this master data, so we're happy with that. And now what we can do, we have all the master data, we can go and create surveys. So this screen here is where you would actually go and create the survey that will show up on your app. So for instance, there we have our master data that we created. We have KPI, audit, and health and safety. We're going to start with KPI. If you choose KPI, the next option filters by all the different KPI sub-levels that you've created. We have availability and pricing. I'm going to stick on availability. Under that, we only had one item, which was availability check. The question we want in this audit is this item available? And the answer that's linked to that is yes, no, or other. We now create an item collection. So these are all the items in our master data. We may or may not want to do the audit on every item. Maybe on this particular survey, we only want to check item 1 and item 3. So you can see on the right-hand side, it's built a little collection of item 1 and 3. We create the variables just to make sure that everything is linked and working, and we build our survey. If we wanted to build another survey, we could do a pricing survey. It would be our price point survey. We would want to know, are the items priced at RSP? And there you can see the pricing answers have already updated. Create another collection. Here we want to do that on items 2 and 4. We create our survey. I might now want to go through and create an audit survey. Under auditing, I only have merchandising in my master data. I only have merchandising audit. And I want to know if the merchandising for this item's been done. You can see the answers update automatically. For that, I only want to do items 5 and 6, for instance. Create that survey, and for the last one, we want to do a health and safety, which we only had our COVID safety check. The only survey we have is the audit, and we want to go and say, have these items been sanitized? And the particular item we want to check is going to be item 8 and 9. We go and we create the survey there. So now if we go back, we can go and view all the surveys that are live, that we've created. There's been no data captured against them just yet. But as soon as the data comes through, we will have, there you can see, we have an availability check, a price point survey, all 4 categories. We have surveys for. Here's a summary of our 4 surveys at the top. And whatever selection you have here at the top, it'll show you what we're checking in this bottom section. So here we're looking at item 1 and 3. Is this item available? And it is for the availability check survey. If we look at pricing, you'll see it updates the bottom to the different items down here, and we're looking at the price point survey. Or if we update for merchandising, we can go and see the actual content of each survey by filtering on this screen. The surveys dashboard. This takes a little bit of time to load the first time you load it, but this is connected to Power BI. And what you can do, you can create an interactive dashboard that basically does your business intelligence reporting on all of your survey information, and you can display it in the same portal. So here you can see 61 surveys have been done, and those are the 3 different types of surveys. So this isn't the latest data, it hasn't been refreshed, but this is where your data would sit when the system's live. And then survey results. Here you can literally go in and see detail of all the completed surveys that have been done on the app. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the video now. The next video, we'll go into the app itself, and I'll show you exactly how you can go through these different surveys on the app, and then in the final video, we'll come back and confirm that the portal has been updated. Thank you very much. Okay, in this video, we're going to look at the actual app. So what you have here is a screen rendering of the actual app itself. I am showing multiple reps here, just so that I can demo different reps, but the person logging in would only see their own information. So for instance, if I went in as Warren, what I've got here is all of the stores from the call list that's been loaded for this individual rep. And you'll see I've loaded for 2 different weeks. So you can see it's busy pulling through all the different call cycles that have been loaded. We have week 24 and week 25. So if I was going to go, if I wanted to view store 1, I can click on the information button, and that would bring up the actual details. It would show me a map and the street address if it was captured, etc., of where I need to go. If I decided I wanted to do that call, I would click on the little arrow button here. As you complete the different calls at the different stores, they'll drop off your call list. So you can see that Monday call I just did dropped off. And here are all of the surveys that we created in the console. So don't worry about this info here. This is just to show that everything is connected and showing. It's for testing. It isn't the final product. But here we have the 4 surveys we created. I'm going to go and do availability. Here are the 2 items. We did it for item 1 and item 3. Is this item available? I check in the store. Yes, it is. This particular one might not be. Now, there might be a business process where you need to take a photograph of the item, whether it's there or not there. For that, you can click here. There's a picture of me. And you can click, and it says there, for availability check, item 1, there's a photo of item 1. You would use your camera to take a photo of the actual item. If you needed item 3, you would take a photo, and there you can see availability check survey, item 3. Once I've completed the survey, I can submit the survey. If I want to, I can submit the photos. I've done that separately, or I could just clear the photos out if I don't want them. You can see there now no more photos. I can submit that survey. I can now go and do my pricing. We're now looking to see if the items on the shelves are priced correctly. This one might be above RSP. This one might be below. We might need to take a photo of that item. Again, you can see price point survey, item 4. You can go back. I'm going to clear the photos for now, submit the survey. We can go and do our merchandising audit. Here we need to do item 5 and item 6. Was there merchandising visible? Yes, there was. And no, there wasn't. I'm going to submit that. And our COVID safety audit. Has the item 8 been sanitized? Yes, it has. No, it hasn't. And we can submit. So there we've completed all the surveys we have to do at this particular store. So we can click on End Visit. And we can now go off to our next store. You can see store 1 is now gone. We can go in and we can do store 3, for instance. So it's exactly the same for all the stores. As you complete them, they drop off. And everything that shows up on the app is what you've configured in the app management console. So you can define the stores, you can define the reps that get the surveys, you can define whatever surveys are in, you can define the questions that are asked in the surveys and the answers that are selected. Because you don't want free text, you want to be able to report on the answers, so you want it all from drop-downs. If you need a comments field, you can do that. So what we'll do in the next video, I'll quickly go back to the app console view and I'll show you the surveys that we just created. Okay, in this video, we're back at the app management console and we're going to go and view the survey that was just completed on the device. So here at the bottom, you can see a button here for View Survey Results. You can click on that. That is the rep code for 2. That is Warren, who did the survey. You can see it's from North Region. He went to store 1 and he came through and he did the availability survey, the pricing survey, merchandising, and the COVID safety check. The actual survey names were the availability check, price point survey, merchandising, and the audit for COVID safety. We can view the questions. So here it shows the actual question for each item. Item 1 was available, item 3 wasn't. For the pricing questions, item 2 was above RSP, item 4 was below. Merchandising, item 5 had merchandising visible, and item 6 didn't. And had the items been sanitized, item 8 had and item 9 had not. We then have the survey start and end time. So in the data, the minute you start the visit at the store and then end the visit, it takes timestamps, so you can actually measure how long that visit took. Also, every time you go in and out of a survey, it also measures the amount of time it took to do that survey. So you can do very detailed reporting in how long it took to do a visit versus how long it took to do each individual survey. We have got the master data with the GPS coordinates for the store. So when you arrive at the store, the minute you start the visit, it takes a GPS location stamp. So you can actually compare that GPS coordinate to the master data to make sure that the guys actually went to the correct store and did that visit. So you can do quite involved reporting, and that's where this dashboard can come in. Because you can link to Power BI, all the data that is then sitting in your database, you can have very, very detailed reporting where you can slice and dice, drill down, filter, and go in and see exactly lead times on surveys, what questions were answered, yes, no, etc. So you can do very, very detailed reporting. But that is an overview of the management console. Again, here under the survey data management, you can create whatever items you want with whatever hierarchies you want, define exactly what you want to appear on the app, and the minute you complete doing all the master data and you're going to create survey, as soon as you publish this survey, it will be live on the app when the guys refresh their app. So you can go in and you can define master data for any of these categories. You can publish it and it will appear on the device. There is security in the backend where you can define who can see what survey, so you can manage that, but for demo purposes, I'm not going to get into that. Hopefully you enjoyed the demo, and thank you for your time.